Have you ever read A Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl?
A what?
A Man's Search for Meaning by
No,
Viktor Frankl?
I know of Viktor Frankl, but never heard or read that book. No.
Yeah, so in in A Man's Search for Meaning, Viktor Frankl is a psychotherapist, and he's in Auschwitz, I believe, and a couple of other concentration camps through the Holocaust. And he talks about the will of the mind to control the body, and how important hope is.
Yes.
And he talks about the fact that in the concentration camps, everyone had cigarettes, but cigarettes were their currency.
Yeah.
So you would have 5 cigarettes that'd be like having $50, and you could buy rice with them. You could get a new pair of shoes, so on and so forth. And if you'd had a great day or something to celebrate, or maybe a rough day, that your friends and you would share a cigarette. You'd have a couple of puffs of a cigarette, and that's how you would use your cigarettes in concentration camps.
Okay.
But people always had 5 or 10, 15 cigarettes in their possession.
Yeah.
And he said that every time that he would see a friend in the concentration camps sitting down and smoking a full cigarette, he knew that within 24 hours they would drop dead.
Right.
And that was because they had given up. That was them signaling, "This is I don't need my currency anymore."
My last cigarette.
They were like,
Interesting.
it's like having no money in a concentration camp, and you have $5 left. You need that $5 for if you need whatever to keep yourself alive. They had nothing, and when they would see his friends sit down and just smoke 2 or 3 cigarettes in a row, and then they would know within 24 hours they would drop dead.
Interesting.
And that was because that was them giving up, signaling to them.
That was their farewell.
Yeah, that was them giving up. And so your point about the hope thing, the placebo effect is real. The placebo effect is it's shown in double-blind studies over and over and over how real the placebo and the nocebo effect. The opposite effect of if you go. Cancer patients that go into rooms that are coloured the same colour as the rooms that they had their heaviest treatment in get queasy, upset stomachs and their blood pressure goes through and that's the body going, oh fuck, I know this feeling, I know this place, and that's all starts here. So I find it very interesting what you just said about the hope thing.
Couple of stories on all that stuff, and gee, don't get me started on the placebo stuff, because I think a majority of medicine is placebo.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that what I do with the laughter, a lot of it's placebo. Now, I just don't know how much.
Yeah.
So we just completed a research study with people in a pain management program, and we got some amazing results from that. And, of course, what I'm hanging my hat on, I'm saying, the endorphins get released into your body. Our body's natural painkillers, Dr. Craig Hassard from Monash University, in his book, The Essence of Health, endorphins are 100 times more powerful than morphine, is his quote. So I'm going with, the endorphins did all this stuff. And then I sat down and I thought, or did we just tell them it was going to be good for them and reduce the pain? And did they do it all for themselves?
Yeah.
So... the placebo, I am right into that at the moment. And Michael Mosley, I enjoy some of his work, and he did a whole thing on placebo recently where he gave 100 people a nothing pill, but told 50 of them that it was good for them.
Yeah.
And those 50 got better and the other 50 didn't.
Yeah.
So, the placebo, and it's all about maybe starting with hope. So 2 other things, going back to the concentration camp story, which is an intense one, when we were doing our other research study with people undergoing kidney dialysis, when we were doing the laughter sessions, it's all online for everyone to see. There was one gentleman in there who had a tattoo on his forearm. It was pretty obvious what that tattoo was from and for why. And we had a lot of downtime, and I started to talk to him about what was it like in Auschwitz, because these are historical stories straight from the mouth of people that were there. So I was fascinated with his story. And I said to him, wow, that must have been the hardest time in your life. And he goes, no, this is. And I said, why? Why undergoing kidney dialysis? Why is this the hardest time of your life? He said, I know I'm not going to get out of here. I'm going, oh, don't do that. I started to cry. I'm going, oh my God. He said, I always thought I was going to get out of Auschwitz. He said, but I'm not going to get out of here. And that was so deep and so profound. It just made me cry. Now, one of the things that happens with people on kidney dialysis, if they don't have a good fortune to have a replacement kidney, is they will choose to take themselves off the dialysis and subsequently die. And a significant person was Gurumul recently. he was on kidney dialysis and actually took himself off so that he could pass. So fairly intense. That's a story of one of the gentlemen in there that linked back to the hope and no hope. But one of the other people that was in there, you looked into their eyes and you could see there was no hope.
Yeah.
You can just see it in the eyes, Bill. You know, they're just lost within themselves. And you go, oh, you're gone. Now, over the period of time that we're doing the research study and the laughter with these people undergoing kidney dialysis, she started to get a twinkle in her eyes again. She started to light up. And even the people in charge said that they were going to take them off suicide watch because they'd lit up. And I said to them, I said, what do you mean by lit up? Tell me what lit up means. And they go, we don't know. And what they actually meant was the lights were back on in their eyes.
Wow.
So you take hope away from people, you'll see the lights go off in their eyes, and then there's no hope.
That's incredible.
We've gone too deep too quickly. I thought we were going to have a laugh.
Good. I know.